Guys, it happened. I finally got past the under construction scene, but boy oh boy, there was a lot more surprise in store for me than just that. Before I continue, I'm going to warn that there are spoilers ahead. Consider yourself warned. I will be showing the entire Act 1 romance scene with Astarion here, and if you don't want it ruined, then stop watching. If you've already seen it and have come here to gossip, or if, for some reason you can't play the game and need to live vicariously, then you've come to the right place. So, I didn't watch the last panel from Hell, and there was a lot I did not expect at all when I went into this launch. For instance, on night 3, Lae'zel hit on me. Legit just came on to me. Now, given how romance has worked in the past with early access, obviously I was pretty shocked. You mean I don't have to wait until the camp celebration after saving the tieflings? I shut Lae'zel down nicely, and then waited patiently for Astarion to make a move. And when he did, it was just... it was amazing. There's a whole new scene. Like, instead of the normal discussion that would happen at the beginning of the camp celebration, you just talk to him at camp like any other normal day or night. And there it was. Guys, you gotta see it. I'm gonna play this clip for you, and we'll swoon over it afterwards.
Darling, I was just thinking about you. Remembering our time together, the things we've shared. And I don't just mean that lovely neck of yours. I'm growing to like the whole package, honestly. And you clearly like me too. So... come now. Don't be coy. Your body's already given you away. I could feel it as I was getting lost in your neck. Your little shakes of excitement. You enjoyed it, didn't you? You don't have to say a thing. I already know how you feel. Because I feel it too. We could take an evening to ourselves, get away from camp, get some privacy. I know somewhere quiet, somewhere intimate, somewhere we can indulge in each other. Wonderful. I just hope we don't have to wait too long before we can steal away. But once we can, I promise you a night you'll never forget. See you there, lover.
For one, I've got to say, you all know I was sitting there like, what? Smiling like a giddy fool as I see all this new dialogue, completely new voiceover lines, and I'm just like, what? Like, I wasn't expecting any of this. I was expecting to do the same old thing that I always do. Rush to get approval, rush to the goblin camp and kill the leaders, get to the celebration, and then get with Astarion. I haven't even gotten that far in my game yet, because I keep stopping to write down all my thoughts about everything, but here I am just playing through like normal, and all of a sudden he catches me completely off guard with this. Like, I was expecting the old romance scene, but I was wondering too, like, how are they going to do it? Because there's, we're not at the tiefling celebration. Well, they did this instead. So where do I even start about this whole interaction? I mean, clearly I'm biased, but I love how he speaks to you here, the whole, darling, I was just thinking about you, and the time we've shared together, and of course my lovely neck. Whew, is it getting hot in here? Because I feel like I might need to fan myself. He's talking about liking the whole Tav package, and I'm still in the back of my head going, what is this? I like it, but what is it? I also love the confidence that I would, of course, expect from Astarion when he tells me that I clearly like him too. It's then so hard to choose. Do we say, what gave it away, or so? Well, I saved and went back and picked both. But for this initial recording, we're just going to say, so. And now I'm dying, because with his vampiric senses, he picked up on everything we wish guys in real life would pick up on, talking about how my body gave it away and noticing tiny shakes of excitement. He asks, knowingly, whether I enjoyed it or not, and I'm just ready to scream, yes! Okay, now I'm probably taking the fangirl a bit too far here, but come on. I've been waiting a long time to see something new, and this is definitely new. But I'm trying to hold it all in, though, and not come out like a psycho spaz to Astarion who clearly can't sense how my Tav's driver is feeling in real life. So I played it coy again, and I went with A Lady Never Tells. That's right, Tav. Play hard to get. I about died when he said I didn't have to say a thing, though. That he knew how I felt because he felt it too. Like, oh my gods. It's just like a part of me dying and going to heaven. Then he talks about taking an evening to ourselves, like he's taking me on a date or something. And he makes it clear that this is something a little more intimate where we can indulge in each other. Like, yes, please. I mean, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. No big deal. He promises me a night I'll never forget, and I'm about in a lovesick stupor when he really sets it off by saying this.
Lover.
I love the way he says lover. It's just too good. So now I'm like, when are we going to sneak away? When are we going to do this? What's going to happen? I'm just all anxious, wanting to consummate this thing and begin what will become my long and romantic relationship with the charming Astarion, but I have no idea how long I have to wait. Of course, I had to talk to him again and notice this new line as well about how he enjoyed watching me saunter over.
It's always a pleasure to see you sauntering over.
I'll have to take note to sway my Tav's hips more than normal just to make a bigger impact on him. So thankfully, it didn't take long for our date night to activate. I believe it was actually that night since I talked to him initially during the day. All I had to do was hit the bedroll like I normally do, and he approached me with this little prelude.
A quiet evening for once. Perfect for two people who'd like to take some time to themselves. If you catch my meaning. And I do mean honks, to be clear. We've been waiting long enough. Let's find our own little piece of nowhere. Somewhere we can lose ourselves and forget all this madness. There's a secluded place nearby that should do nicely. Wait until the others are asleep. Then come and find me there. Indeed you will, my love. I can't wait.
This scene was nice, but it also felt a little forced. Like they took the original camp scene talk where you can play dumb and he tells you, well, you know what I mean. And then instead of keeping that interaction, he just tells you point blank, like this is what we're doing. And that part of it feels a little, I don't know, not romantic. Hence why I said it feels forced. Not what I've come to expect anyway from his typically charming ways. I do like where he says, we've been waiting long enough though. But the winner of this dialogue is the closing line where he calls you my love and says he can't wait. Like, oh. Then it's just a matter of meeting up at that secluded place and we get to see the romance scene. I did get dinged when I first uploaded this video, and because I don't know what exactly set the sensors off, I have to assume it's this portion of the video, that or the part where Astarion said the S word, or maybe both. And because I don't want to sit here and keep uploading over and over and over, and because even with the in-game censor, I feel like the characters are still too revealing for YouTube, I'm just going to completely cut all the questionable parts, which is disappointing, but also a waste of time and potentially damaging to my channel. So if you want to see the whole scene, go check it out on my Rumble account, and if they cut it there too, then I guess it will just be on my Patreon. We'll just have to see. Anyway, enjoy!
There you are. I've been waiting. Waiting since the moment I set eyes on you. Waiting to have you. Don't I? You're here. And I don't think you want to talk. I think you want to be known. to be tasted. What do any of us want? Pleasure. Yours. Mine. Our collective ecstasy. That's what you want, isn't it? To lose yourself in me. I thought so.
Isn't that just so wrong? I mean, it's like we're back in early access. I couldn't resist, though.
You sleep light. I thought you'd be exhausted after last night. I was holding back a little, it's true. I didn't want to lose control. Delicious as you were, I didn't want to go too far. Now, shall we get on? I want to go before anyone else thanks me for saving their tails. It's a poem. A gift from my old master, Cazador. He considered himself quite the artist, and used his slaves as a canvas. He composed and carved that one over the course of a night. He made a lot of revisions as he went. Infernal? Who knows? The bastard was insane. Anyway, enough pillow talk. Let's go before the tieflings drag us into another mess.
Thank goodness they fixed his hair, and the lighting is on point without him being a big glow ball of Astarion hair like it was before. Here, let me show you the comparison. I mean, it was kind of out of control. It was hard to really even take him seriously with how much his hair was glowing before. I am disappointed that there wasn't anything additional added to the scene, though, because it's basically the same one from patch 3 that we got a glimpse of like way back when. I actually did a whole commentary on it then, so I'll link the patch 3 scene below in case anyone wants to see the original video and hear what I had to say about it. I was kind of hoping there would be a little more added in between the playful romp and the morning after scene, though. Maybe something like the tent scene in Dragon Age Origins, which I admit is probably too much to show on YouTube, but, you know, they were in underwear, so it's not like it really matters that much. Still, I'm really happy to get this romance scene back, and I'm really hoping that there's going to be more and more romantic scenes in the future, too. Maybe even ones that are about more than just hooking up. You know, like serious ones. How are we going to kill Cazador? And where are we going to buy our first house? Baldur's Gate? Maybe a smaller village? Hopefully far off the path away from any goblins and the Absolute. Okay. I'm getting ahead of myself. There's still a lot of game left for me to play, and I have not watched a single thing from any other content creators on YouTube because I don't want to spoil a thing for myself. I'm really into this new method of engaging your romance, though. No more waiting for the camp celebration. You just get on their good side, and when they like you, they just confess their feelings. Now I just have to get Gale high enough to see the weave scene, and then I can test whether or not you can still romance Gale and Astarion at the same time. Please, no spoilers on that in the comments. I'll find out soon enough and let you all know. I still need to romance Halcyon too, but I've been spending too much time playing and working on videos to get any farther in my stream game, which is where I'm going for my Halcyon romance. I'll get back on there though when I have some more time. Heck, I might even just try and romance him in my main game when I get there. Why not, right? But you know, when all is said and done, that I'm gonna be picking Astarion. Oh, man. I just really hope there's more. Like, I'm dying to know if there's more. I'm probably going to be up until 2 a.m. this night, finding out if there's more. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing, as there is going to be a huge slew of new BG3 content coming out over the next few months, possibly years. I mean, there's a lot. Thanks to my Patreons for the support, and if you'd like to help support the channel too and get access to the private Discord and a whole other chunk of content on Patreon, then head over and make a pledge. I'll see you guys later.